over, it looked like Lucknow Super Giants would struggle to get to a very, you may say, par or par plus total. But Sandeep Sharma conceding for 27 runs from 153 for 5, 180 for 5. Led on the back of Abdul Samad's outrageous 10 ball 30 with a strike rate of 300. Backed by Ayush Badoni's 50 and Aiden Markram's 66. He continues his great form. Lucknow Super Giants have ended maybe on a slightly par plus total of 180 for 5 on a pitch that is not that conducive to stroke making at the Savai Man Singh Stadium. Nicholas Pooran failed, Mitchell Marsh failed, but Rishabh Pant. Can't call it a failure, it was an epic brain fade. But we'll come to Rishabh Pant's knock a bit later. But then, thoughts? 180 for 5.
Just before we get into the thoughts, first question I want to ask the both of you. What was Sandeep Sharma doing? What has happened to Sandeep Sharma? All 4 sixes, same deliveries, all of them short. Nothing, no slower one, no Yorkers, no wide Yorkers. All of them short. Why did he stick to bowling short when he has so many other tricks up his sleeve?
I mean, even in the last game, Sandeep Sharma's that one over ensured that, yes.
They're also short ball, 2 shots.
Short ball. And one even in the super over.
And 1 stub 6.
Even in the last over that he bowled too many wides. I think he's not backing himself to bowl the wide Yorker. I think he feels that it's too wide. He may concede more runs. But today, that last over against Delhi Capitals plus the super over, now this. His confidence is seriously shaken, Sandeep Sharma's. And I think this is the over that has possibly told me that maybe LSG might be the 4th team to get to 10 points. Because on this wicket, I think they have the better bowlers to utilize. I think you got a Digvesh Rathi, you got a Ravi Bishnoi, Shardul Thakur, Prince Yadav, Avesh Khan. I think it's a damn good bowling lineup that you got. Yes, Mayank we thought could come. But that isn't happening at this point in time. Mayank Yadav may be back for the next game that LSG playing. But the batting misadventure, I think, was made up today by Abdul Samad. Ayush Badoni stepping up finally. And an Aiden Markram. These 3 guys, if LSG go on to win, these 3 batters will have to be credited for this.
It's kind of crazy to think that, after the first 3 or 4 games of LSG, I think we all were probably having a discussion here that Aiden Markram should be dropped. LSG should try maybe someone else. Matthew Bretsky. There is Himmat Singh also who played one of the games but did not get a chance to bat. I think Markram has now, turned out to be the better of the 2 openers that LSG have had, in the tournament so far. I think another effective knock from him. In maybe, in the previous franchise that he was a part of, LSG, in SRH, sorry. One of the things that I did not feel that was right from Markram's part was that he wasn't given a consistent position to bat on. Sometimes he was used as an opener also, then 3 at 4. I think this is where there has been a lot of role clarity, and despite being picked for his base price I think he has, more than, made up for what he has been, given by the franchise here. Ayush Badoni, I think once again he is stepping up for LSG as and when it is needed. I think when he came as an impact sub, that's when at least I was a little bit surprised, because I'm sure that you and I at least, were expecting to see Mayank Yadav play his first game today. But David Miller, a serious cause of concern, and Abdul Samad, maybe he has finally found the franchise where he can, just do his tricks very well.
Before Shashwat, you remember Abdul Samad and Sandeep Sharma?
Oh yes, that no ball last season, SRH.
Last season, Sandeep Sharma had we just went to Abdul Samad in the final over. He hit it to long off, but it was a no ball. And then the ultimate Lagan derby.
SRH thought that they would have
lost.
RR thought that they have won that game.
Yeah. But it was a no ball. And Abdul Samad then hit Sandeep Sharma for a 6. And the Lagan heist was completed there. But here, no heist whatsoever. 4 sixes. And Sandeep Sharma will really be wondering what needs to be done. And that is why his 27-run over has tilted the favor in LSG's favor. I think they've got the best bowling lineup to utilize this.
I still have a feeling that RR might pull this off. So I'm not going to change my prediction.
It's going to be very tough. I mean, yes, it needs an outrageous effort, and all eyes will be on 14-year-old Vaibhav Suryavanshi. 14, no, not 13.
Now he just turned 14.
He turned 14, okay. So
27th.
he turned 14, and it'll be interesting how he matches up to the likes of Avesh Khan, Shardul Thakur,
He's
Prince
coming to
Yadav.
open.
I would expect.
I think yes.
I think Shubham Dume, you'll lose him. You'll basically use him in the middle order.
Middle.
But I think him opening
with Yashasvi Jaiswal.
I think it could be Riyan Parag also. You wouldn't really just want to throw him in the deep waters,
No,
from
you've
ball
already
one.
thrown him in the deep waters.
No, you have done it, but opening him, I think it could be a risk. But I think it's a risk that
he'll
RR might
open with
take.
two lefties then.
Where will he play then otherwise?
Yeah.
I think.
How about Nitish Rana opening?
No, I think it's going to be Vaibhav Suryavanshi. I think that's a like for like, not like for like, of course, an impact, but batting option. I think he'll be opening, and I don't think he would be overawed. He's really worked towards this this opportunity that he's going to get.
Yeah, I mean, see, Shivam Dube is not going to be your opener. That's definitely the case. I think he will go down to number 6 or 7. And maybe a Vaibhav Suryavanshi will open. But where else can you play him? He's not a middle order. He's a top order batter, Vaibhav Suryavanshi.
How much is his scoring prediction?
How
Start with
much
you.
is he
Vaibhav
scoring?
Suryavanshi.
No, 50 might be a 50 as well.
50
Your
on
prediction?
debut?
Your prediction?
50, I feel.
50. Vishy?
Don't want to be harsh on the
I'll go
boy.
with 20.
Don't want to be harsh on the boy, but I think 10.
Okay, it's 10, 20 and 50.
10,
Okay.
20, 50. But hey, we
Can
could be wrong.
You could be rest assured that he's going to take on the bowlers from ball one. That is something
could
we'll-
prove to be his downfall, because if he continues to take the bowlers on, there will be some. See, these are international style bowlers here. Shardul isn't a novice, neither is Avesh Khan. Digvesh Rathi, yeah, he may try, but then what if he gives a note?
We said he was at the NCA for a very long time when he was there with the under 19 camp. He was facing Umran Malik, Mohammad Siraj over there.
But
But match situation.
an
of course.
NCA camp,
It is Vaibhav Suryavanshi who will be opening.
he will be
That's
opening.
been
Yeah, he will
confirmed
be
then.
opening. Yes. So, see, an NCA camp, and that too, who did he face? Okay, Mohammad
Umran.
Siraj. Umran is not even in the scheme of things, even in domestic cricket. So, I do get the thing that yes, there is a hype around Vaibhav Suryavanshi, and I do get that. But let's be very realistic. If IPL, any 13 or 14-year-old comes and scores a 50, then either that team is one of the worst in the business, or this league has got some serious.
Reading too much into the age number. It's about the player that.
I will read in the age. Why the same thing was said about Praveen Tambe? But because he's on the other end of 40, that's why there's a different nostalgia altogether in it. This is, 14-year-old kid, nothing against him. And see, we are not discouraging him or anything, but then those bowlers out there, they are not street level bowlers, na? That's what I'm thinking. There should be equal respect for all. And if Vaibhav Suryavanshi can get going, nothing like it, it'll be exciting.
Yeah, he
but again-
faced Jofra in the nets. You are right.
Yeah, nets. How if you look at the Border Gavaskar Trophy, if you just based it on nets, we would have won the series 5-0.
Yeah, that's
It was just on net practice sessions. We would have won it 5-0.
No, it's just that he won't be overawed by the situation, is what I mean.
Nobody is overawed by the situation. At
Let's
this point.
see. I think facing Thakur, Avesh, Digvesh Rathi for that matter is not going to be easy. But I think if he comes out on top against all the matchups that he is going to face, it could be a historic day for maybe Rajasthan Royals or maybe in the history of Indian cricket.
Yeah,
He's 14.
there is proof. There is.
Yeah.
He just turned
He is.
on
He is
27 March. We have his interview up on Sports Today. You can.
Yes, you can check
His
it out.
age.
There was an interview conducted by.
He was 13.
Yeah. Shashwat had done his interview. You can check that out on Sports. So it was just, I think, before the mega auction you had done.
Even before that, way before that.
I think he had come to Delhi, right?
Then he had broken the record of being the youngest to play Ranji Trophy.
Yes.
Ahead of Sachin Tendulkar.
I think Bihar was there. He had come to Delhi, I guess,
Yeah,
and from
he had
there
a
he had to go
transition
somewhere.
flight.
Yeah, so that's why. See, coming from Bihar, and you all know the turmoil that Bihar cricket is under. You don't know which Bihar cricket board runs the sport.
It's anyways a historic day in the IPL, that's for sure.
That's for sure. But then see a 14-year-old kid coming in and making a big name for himself. 1.1 crores, if I'm not mistaken, he was bought in the auction.
Yeah.
So let's see. For each run that he scores, history will be created anyways. Even if he faces one ball, even if he faces 10, 20 balls, history is created. So yes, it's going to be very, very interesting. Thoughts, guys, about...
Sankalp.
Let's take some questions.
Comments, yeah.
And
I think for me, I'm sticking to my prediction, LSG to seal the deal.
LSG to seal the deal. And what about...
Shashwat
yeah,
is
Shashwat,
also
I'm also...
Sticking to my prediction, RR.
Even I'm also sticking to it because I think it is... Yeah, age is just a number. That is what Vaz is saying. Absolutely, it's just a number. But see, if you have nostalgia for the way how Praveen Tambe did, then you have to have the same bit of thing for even Vaibhav Suryavanshi at the other end of the spectrum, 14 and 43. It's a good story irrespective of it. Age is just one factor in that. And see, if he was a 25-year-old youngster, Vas, then you wouldn't have been raising that much of a hype. But nobody, very few in the history of cricket, if I have to look at it, Hassan Raza at the age of 14 played for Pakistan and there was considerable hype around him. So yes, that's going to be a... Nashli is saying Samar takes him to a competitive total. Well, 170 we thought was the par total here. Yes, but I think they have gotten slightly par plus.
But one thing that's been sorted now is that it wasn't just a marketing gimmick to buy a 13-year-old, because they have threw him directly when they needed him. I think the first batter from the bench who will be playing, if I'm not wrong, otherwise they have Kunal Singh
Rathore.
Yeah, nobody else. They didn't even have too many options, so they had to play him.
See, it's obviously not a marketing gimmick. It's a blunder that RR did not have many backup batters in their 20-member squad. That's the only thing.
See, it was never a marketing gimmick. I mean, whoever said that was a marketing gimmick, I think they don't read the game that well. See, when you buy a player, it is up to the franchisee to either play them or not play them. I mean, if you look at Delhi Capitals in one particular season, they played 23 out of 25. Yeah. The only guys who didn't play at that time were Vicky Ostwal and Lungi Ngidi. All the others, I think it was 2020 if I'm not mistaken, 2020 or 2021. So that is why, see, he was bought on the back of some good returns he had in the under-19 setup. I think he hit 100 against Australia.
Yeah, that was the fastest by an
under-19 by. He hit a 50 against, I don't know which, I think against Pakistan in the under-19 Asia Cup.
No, he failed in the under-19 Asia Cup against Pakistan, but he had one good knock.
Against Bangladesh, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, maybe.
But then even in that, see, India didn't win the under-19 Asia Cup. I think it was Bangladesh that won that. So that's why, see, it's going to be a test. It's going to be a huge test for him. And I think we will see how things pan out. But then a detailed discussion on Pant, I think...
will be there.
Will be there in the post-match. And two people, me and Sid Gulati, have gone with LSG winning. And if that happens... Man, oh man, you've got 4 teams on 10 points. And tomorrow, if RCB beat PBKS, then 5 teams on 10 points. So that is going to be very, very interesting. And the LSG players have finished their talk and the huddle. Pant looks relaxed, but his batting form, terrible. And there we have it. History being created with Yashasvi Jaiswal and Vaibhav Suryavanshi coming out to bat. And a 14-year-old is set to face his first ball in IPL 2025. And I think, will it be Shardul or Avesh that we'll have
I
to...
think it'll be Shardul only. I don't see any changes. Unless you want to start with Aiden Markram, because there are 2 left-handed batters.
No. See that, for that matter, even Digvesh Rathi can start. Because he's an off-spinner or a mystery spinner when you look at it. So yes, it is going to be very interesting. And I think we might be in for a cracker of a match. Unless... RR do RR things and they collapse in a spectacular fashion. So yes, there is the impact sign. Vaibhav Suryavanshi replaces, I think it will be Sandeep Sharma, most likely. Yes, that's what, is it Vaibhav Suryavanshi?
It's double O. I've been telling you since
yeah.
the first day you guys are putting you everywhere.
What to do? I mean, see,
they have also used UR.
That's the thing.
But behind his jersey it's double O.
Double O, that's... Suryavanshi. So let's see how that goes. So yep, we'll join you post-match for a detailed analysis of this match, plus a small recap of the previous game, what had happened. But yes, all eyes on the youngster, Vaibhav Suryavanshi. From all of us, bye-bye. See you in the post-match.